Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing the spoiler review for Fantastic Four First Steps. Alright, if you haven't seen my other video, I mentioned that I actually did end up loving this movie more than I expected to. Um, but yeah, I'm going to give a brief summary, this time with spoilers. So yeah, basically, this story is about the Fantastic Four, obviously, that they're the only heroes in their universe. And everything goes very well until it does not, because Silver Surfer goes to their planet, well, Earth, and warns them that their death. I mean, that their planet is marked for death, and she gives a whole oral forming speech. She was crazy. And they tried to. They head to Galactus to see if they can negotiate. So maybe they don't need their planet or like spare it or like they just want to talk basically. But Galactus is like, nah. Um, I want something else, like a trade, kind of, to spare your planet. I want your son, because they do end up having a child named Franklin, who's very very powerful. Well, which I'll go more into that later on. And so yeah, he's Franklin is like a cosmic um being, powerful being. Um, and I guess Galactus wants him. If I remember correctly, I've only seen it once. I want to watch it again though. He wants Franklin so that he doesn't have to. I guess he's the solution to all his problems. Basically, they're like, nah. So they Galactus starts chasing them, along with Silver Surfer, and that scene was so crazy. And that's where Sue Storm gives birth when they're trying to get away from them, like in their spaceship. And wow, it was crazy. It really showed in that moment to me that they take care of business even in the worst times. Other than that, Reed Richards tries to make up a plan to make the Earth teleport to a different location, so that somewhere where Galactus won't find them for millions of years. That goes very wrong because Silver Surfer comes in and destroys all of them as soon as they're about to teleport, and they'd come up with another plan, which is using the baby as bait, unfortunately, but it is their only option, even though how much they hate it. So they go with it, and Galactus comes, and he does not fall for it. He almost does, and then yeah, they basically team up together. Galactus takes the baby. They get him back. Sue Storm pushes him with the Force energy because she was amazing in this film. She really shows that how far she will go for her family and for her child. Because she literally dies in this film. um, but all the power she was like putting on Galactus to get him to the trap that will open up. I think it was like a black hole or something, and then they push him through there. Well, no, at first they think they win, but he still comes out of the hole, which reminded me of Lego Marvel superheroes where they do the exact same thing, I believe. And yeah, he's trying to get out, and then Human Torch is basically trying to sacrifice himself, and it does not go that way. I really thought it would. I was like, no way, he's already gonna die in this first film. But Silver Surfer comes in and saves Johnny, and she pushes him out of the way and goes straight and tackles Galactus into the hole, going along with him, and the portal closing. And yeah, I guess that's the end of the film. There is a time jump or two throughout the film, and they go. I think it's 4 years after that incident, the Galactus thing. And I will talk about the post credit scene in a bit. First, I'm gonna give my thoughts about the other stuff throughout the film. I know I said it was gonna be a brief summary, but it really took my while. It took a while there, so my bad. So much happens in this film, which is it's just crazy. The whole time I was just like saying through my with my seat, like, oh my god. But yeah, basically, the movie does start with the montage of them being like heroes and their different villains, rogues, and their abilities, which I really loved that montage. It was amazing. It was fantastic. But it really goes to show all of their abilities and when they work together. And I really loved the world as well. It was very it was not what I was expecting. It was like much more than what I thought. But yeah, it was great. But yeah, honestly, my favorite team would probably have to go to the part where they're escaping Galactus and Silver Surfer, and even their time and space was like visually stunning. Like probably Marvel's best work ever. It looked phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It looked amazing. So yeah, after that, what happens basically? I did not think Reed Richards would tell the public that Galactus wants her son. I personally, I wouldn't have said that because this would have turned like a Squid Game scenario. If you haven't seen that, well, little spoiler alert. Okay, all right. There's a baby in there, and a lot of people wanted to well, yeah, they wanted to die because it's not fair to them, and it becomes a whole thing. And same thing here. People are like, well, just give him the baby, but like, damn, no way. I was like, no, no, that's messed up. And yeah, they just did not want that to happen. I guess they, even though everything the Fantastic Four have has team has done for them, they still want to like just they just wanted to get rid of their baby, which is insane. But I guess and the Richards mind is like, I mean, they're like from their point of view, I guess it's like ethical and like some other stuff. And Sue does get mad at him for thinking like a lot of the outcomes, which I really liked in this one. I feel like they captured it perfectly because I think that's what would happen for sure. That Sue getting mad at Reed for something he thinks, even though he hasn't done it, but he's just thinking everything and what they could probably do. But yeah, Sue's death scene where she passes off from using all of her power against Galactus and she dies. And to be honest, I was not sold on her dying. I was like, nah, she's gonna come back somehow. I mean, Franklin is probably super piano. He's very powerful in the comics, so I was like, he'll probably like bring her back or something, and he does that exactly. It was a sad scene though. I'm not gonna lie. There were so many times where I was getting a little teary, but I was like, for some reason I can't cry in theaters. I don't know why, but anyways, but yeah, so many sad scenes in here. But like she was amazing. Like she goes to show that how far a mother will go to protect her child and her family, and she does exactly that. She literally gives her own life, which is crazy. Um, Amazing, good stuff, good stuff. And yeah, the baby. Well, Reed Richards puts a baby on her, kind of like as a farewell or goodbye to his mom. And then the baby does something with his powers, and she comes back. And I was like, yeah. All right. So for the mid-credit scenes, there is a 4-year time jump, and it was exactly what I was expecting, even from before. Because when they were having like court meetings, like all the world leaders and everything like that, and their signs of their like where they reside, I guess, where they're from, that they lead. There was one for Latveria, and if you don't know, that's where Doctor Doom is in or from. I don't know if he's from there, but he does rule Latveria and is like he has like this huge castle. And to other heroes, he seems very like they don't trust him. They seem like as a villain and evil. But to his people, he's actually pretty like good to them and like it's weird. Like he's actually great to the people. Like he's a great ruler, but to the heroes, he's like a villain. So yeah, I hope we get to see that like somewhere down the line or something. But we do see Sue Storm in that in their Baxter building of the Fantastic Four HQ, and I know Coy from the Real Rejects and from other stuff. I think he has a good point where it looks exactly like the same room from Thunderbolts, but I guess since it's from a different universe, that building is the Avengers Tower instead of their Baxter building from their universe. And I guess I will go into spoilers as well for Thunderbolt credit scene. So yeah, I might give you a little time to click away if you haven't, or if you don't care. But all right, in that post credit scenes, there is a Fantastic Four ship coming in out of nowhere, like boom. And then they capture it on their like camera, like the Thunderbolts, because they do become the new Avengers. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we'll see what happens in this movie, like alluding to that scene. And honestly, we we didn't get like connections, which left me kind of confused. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. But as I was saying earlier, Sue is just there with the baby Franklin in the like the room, and then out of nowhere, like you hear like a noise, like I don't know if it's like teleportation or something, and then she's walking up to the mysterious figure, and it was crazy. It was like just what I thought. It was Doctor Doom. There, they do not show his face, but he's just there like in a position with the green hood. He's holding the baby. Oh, where? There, he's holding the baby and his mask, the Doom mask, and everyone just lost it on my theater. We're like, oh my god, it's Doctor Doom finally, which was insane. Oh, it was so hype, yo. But they do not show his face. We do know Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play him. I do have a few theories. Maybe they didn't want to include him here because he is pretty expensive, or that Doctor Doom has a different face and then goes to the MCU and then changes it or something. But I'm thinking maybe he's already well, he already has Robert Downey Jr.'s face in that universe, and they're just moving in. But yeah, it was insane, yeah. My other theory is who's going through the Fantastic Four ship. Well, it's probably them, the Fantastic Four. I think what ends up happening is that Doctor Doom does take Franklin, their baby, and goes to the MCU timeline, and then that's where I think we see the Fantastic Four ship of the team go into their world, and I guess that's what Doomsday's going to be about. Doctor Doom taking control of Franklin and maybe his powers and abilities, and basically maybe changing some stuff. I don't know exactly what his powers are, but I'm thinking it's gonna be really really OP, very powerful. I don't know if he could change time or something like that, but yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna have for the next upcoming film. But yeah, I'm so excited for the next one. This movie was amazing. I really hope y'all check it out if y'all are like Fantastic Four fans or Marvel fans. This for sure is one of Marvel's best. I'm not gonna lie, best Fantastic Four movie. So the post credit scene, it's just like a little it's not as important. Like they don't even show like any of the actors, but they do show a Fantastic Four cartoon, which I don't know if it's from an actual show that came out a long time ago, or if they actually remade it or to fit the intro of this movie. But yeah, I think it was like a really cool little show. I don't know if it was like a tribute to Jack Kirby, I think. Which honestly I don't know much about. I don't know if he made some comics for Fantastic Four or a show. But yeah. Other than that, this has been the Fantastic Four spoiler review. I hope y'all enjoyed, and yeah, let me know what you thought about the movie and Doctor Doom in the comments. Do you like this decision or not? Or we'll see where it goes. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and tuning along. You have a good one. Take care and peace out.